Thanks for your time. You were inside that media briefing. I'm sure you got a better feel of the emotions that we saw inside there. But tell me, where does this decision actually leave the Democratic Alliance right now?
Thank you very much. The Democratic Alliance as a multiracial party in South Africa died today. The strategy on the part of the Institute of Race Relations and Helen Zille and the group that has pushed Mmusi down the cliff is that they want to become a Volksstaat party that governs the Western Cape. They don't care what happens to the rest of South Africa. So they have achieved their mission. It will no longer be a multiracial party. It will be a small white party that only governs in the Western Cape. So for South Africans, they will have to see what to do with their country without a party that had the potential to govern the rest of the country.
And you draw these conclusions, Prince Mashele, from what both Herman Mashaba and Mmusi Maimane say in what many would argue were their outgoing speeches from the organization.
True. I mean, the leaders themselves who have been very close to the party, that is Herman Mashaba and Mmusi Maimane, are telling us that the party is no longer the party for all South Africans, and that it does not want to pursue an agenda that is inclusive, that addresses redress. So it's very clear that the direction of the party is that the DA is going back to its original self, which is a party of white people only focusing on the interests of white people and nothing else.
Yeah. So let's talk about an exodus that we're expecting to see from the Democratic Alliance, in particular all of those who supported Mmusi Maimane.
I have no doubt that now that Mmusi, the leader of the party, has resigned, there will be a huge following, especially by black leaders of the party. I don't see the reason why they would continue to stay in the party in which the inclusive agenda has died. Mmusi says that agenda is no more. So why would any sane black people remain in such a party? I don't see them remaining. So I expect an exodus of black members and leaders to leave the party.
I know, Prince, you say that this sees the DA now focusing on the Western Cape and not worried about the rest of the country. But one of the reasons the FedEx actually looked at the panel report was because it found that Mmusi Maimane's leadership led to a decline in the past elections. Are they now not going to try to increase that vote? Because that's ultimately what Helen Zille is saying in this media briefing.
They are most worried about the component of white voters who deserted the party and voted for the Freedom Front. They are not worried about black people not voting for the party. That's number one. Number two, Mmusi Maimane did grow the support of the party in 2016. So why? Politics is an up and down game. So when the party goes up, you praise him. When the party goes down, you want him out. You must accept him when the party goes up. You must also accept him when the party goes down. But quite clearly, they don't want to do that. They want him out in order for them to reclaim their party.
Do you think Helen Zille is actually going to get somebody in that position who she thinks she'll be able to control, which many analysts believe is the case?
There's no question about it. Helen Zille is a domineering personality. Her attitude to the party is that it's her personal fiefdom, which is why she thinks that only he herself can save and, to quote her, stabilize the party. So she's going to look for a stooge who is going to occupy that office while she pulls the strings.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. That's Prince Mashele. We are live outside the Democratic Alliance's headquarters in Bruma, Johannesburg. If you are just joining us, it is breaking news that leads our bulletin. Of course, Mmusi Maimane announcing that he is resigning as leader of the DA. Athol Trollip also saying he will vacate his post.